Hello everyone, it's me, Clayson. I just finished watching episode 11 of Young Justice Phantoms. You might notice I'm in a little different location now. Long story short, Wi-Fi got messed up at my house. But let's get to the actual story, shall we? So, as we continue the fight between the two Chaos Lords of Clarion and Child, turns out Zatanna realizes she needs help from a certain Dr. Fate. Yes, Nabu. We learn about the origins of Nabu, especially around the Babylonia time period, where it turns out Starro was involved, as it turns out that Zatanna has to pass a certain test, well, specifically her students have to pass a certain test in order for Dr. Fate to help out. So Mary, 13, and Khalid all get to have their own tests which show their own insecurities and how they'll manage to overcome them. I actually really like how the tests are played out because they kind of remind me of some of the inner struggles of the earlier Teen Titans cartoons. Even though for Mary, 13, and Khalid, I don't know two of them I don't know that much at all, and the other one, Mary, I don't know her as much as most other DC characters. I just sort of know her as one of the members of the Shazam family, and that's kind of it. Granted, I watched Young Justice so I could know more about these characters that I knew very little about back when the series first came out, but I would have liked if Khalid and 13 were built up a bit more before we went this deep into their backstories. On the plus side, however, we do get to see Clarion's familiar Tikal fight, though Flaw quickly disposes of her. And I can't believe I'm actually feeling sorry for Clarion of all characters, but this episode found a way to make me do it. Child is just completely without morals, but then again, that should be expected considering how she's acted so far. And I also really liked the scene at the end where it kind of completely goes magic school bus on us for the end credit sequence. Now, this season has kind of been all over the place when it comes to its story, but I like a lot of the themes they're going for, especially since they're continuing certain storylines onwards that show us the results of them. Like Garfield, aka Beast Boy, still going through depression over what happened to Superboy, and therefore not going on missions. It's definitely a realistic showing of depression, especially since he definitely needs an intervention sooner rather than later. I just hope his team gets him one of those. So yeah, even though the whole season's story has kind of been all over the place, I like a lot of the places that it goes to, and I do think that it has a lot of themes that are worth exploring. Heck, Khalid even goes through a crisis of faith with his Muslim nature, and the and Doctor Fate's current host has his Christianity to go up against Nabu's beliefs. So yeah, it's a show that certainly doesn't have any problem with going through these heavy subject matters while still having them fit decently into the story. It just feels like that story doesn't know what to focus on sometimes. But hopefully that changes in future episodes. So let's see how they wrap this one up, and I'll see you next time.